I want to invite Mr. Tanemori. Mr. Tanemori, are you on the call?
Thank you. I'm here.
Hello, Reverend
I'm here.
Takashi Thomas.
Mr.
Good.
Tanemori, I hear a little echo. Do you have it running on a different device as well? You may want to put that on mute and just use the main device for your audio.
Okay.
Okay, that sounds much better. Hi, Gina. Thank you so much for taking the time to join us today, Mr. Tanemori. I wish I had the pleasure to do this in person. It was such an honor to meet you twice, and Gina in person in Berkeley. Thank you so much for giving me the opportunity to sit down with you. I shared that video extensively, Mr. Tanemori, and I think we received a lot of positive comments and feedback and people wishing you well and saying what a brave soul you are and what a big heart you have in your mission of forgiveness towards people that brought war and disaster to your city and to your family. So I think the story that you shared needs to be shared again and heard a million times. Can you describe to us briefly for a couple of minutes on what you experienced on the morning of Hiroshima on August 6th, 1945?
It is very difficult to express what happened, but when I recover myself, what is going on?
Well, I'll just turn on.
Okay, give it a couple of minutes.
Better.
We lost the audio. Are you still there? There's echo.
I turned off my phone, but
Okay, good. Now we can hear you loud and clear. So go ahead, Mr. Tanemori.
Thank you so much inviting us. Now, what you want me to say or tell you?
what happened on the morning of the
No,
bomb?
or what did happen is unexpected because what did happen like the whole world turned on a flame, just entire city of Hiroshima on fires. And I never seen and myself, it was like 10,000 those the bugs,
Like
like
fireflies.
yeah, caterpillars, bugs kept in 1 mile place, and the wall, the 20 feet high wall, and somebody set fire. Those caterpillars trying to run away from fire, but there's no exit door. In a way, I saw Hiroshima just that, the caterpillars just finding a way of the chaotic moment that Hiroshima is or was on fire.
Wow. Mr. Tanemori, in the experience that you shared with me, you talked about how close you were to your family, to your father, and what a role model he was for you, being raised in Japanese traditions and shogai practitioner, and you were very proud of your dad and close to him. I'm curious what you thought about your dad not serving in the military because he was a civil servant. What were your thoughts on that?
I thought, as other classmates say, as their father or big brothers were in service, and my daddy stay home. And they say, your daddy doesn't have the kind of ball, the Memphis. And So I almost believe what they say about my daddy, but my daddy was a man of integrity, the righteous, and what he believed, exactly what he said, exactly what he said he practiced. There's nothing that I deny him. He is the man. In the minimum words, and just summarizing all of what he taught me those 7 or 8 years my life. He said, the true samurai is always find a way to live out his mission. And the first is the way of peace. Secondly, the way of service. And thirdly, and finally, the way of forgiveness. That was my father's last word. My son, always honor your heart with truth, regardless of outcome or consequences. Never to forsake your own personal integrity for sake of appeasement or short gain. My son, Tanemori's blood is running in your vein. Go to it. The honor your heart was truth. That was my father's last word.
So when you came to United States, you actually came for the purpose of revenge. You didn't have much forgiveness in your heart, but that changed. What brought on that change?
But it takes next 10 hours to explain to you. But simply, I was sent to a migrant labor camp, Delano, California, and luckily or unluckily, I got food poisoning, eating those white, pink coconuts,
Snowballs.
snowball candies, and talk about, I never had the taste before, so I don't know what it was, but I remember the container wiping the dust off, here bigger, something like that. And then I saw other people campers eating. So I just ate, and by 8 o'clock that night, I started bleeding. And then next 6 months, I was kept in hospital from one hospital to next until the last hospital is Modesto State General Hospital, with all the crazy people stay there until you say bye-bye in their place. But Mary Fur, American nurse, who was my arch enemy, but she was the one told me, Tommy boy, there is a great man, greatest for all men, who loved you, and I want you to get to know him. It was Christ who died on the cross, John 3:16. She was the one who introduced me to Christ. And here I am, 75 years later. I am so excited that forgiveness is the way, as my daddy said, the way of peace, way of service, way of forgiveness. And that's it. So here I am. And so I just let you know I could go on the next 10 hours, but I better stop right